Okay, very good. Okay, slow.
Taking it easy.
Good, good. The four Schleimer.
Thank you so much, Lawrence.
Sure, no problem. Okay, page Kuf Tezayin. Okay, we're in the middle of the blech and the oven today.
Don't burn yourself.
Oh yeah, it's be very
You're
careful.
very burn yourself. We
So we make sure to if to do it in a kosher way, otherwise it's trying to get burnt. Here is the story. Today we'll talk about Chazorah. But we first let's do Sifyud Beis Yud Gimmel to finish off the previous sugya. Sifyud Beis Kol Makom Shenisbash also Lahashas Tafshas Shenisbash Komayich Laban Derisali. Every time we said you're not allowed to leave it,
it's not cool.
because it was not yet Komayich. In other words, we pass on like Chananya. We say once it's Komayich Laban Derisali, you don't need a blech b'chlal. Imam B'Shah, if a person was less Komayich Laban Derisali, and he did leave it without a blech, fil b'shogeg sheshok chasham. Even if it was b'shogeg, what means shogeg? Sheshok chasham. Oh, another case of shogeg. Shahoyasavu shumuter. He thought it was muter. Complicated machlokes and Rambam private. What does it mean? What shogeg mean? So whatever. Well, yeah, what shokach? Machnush is this that this way, the other way. Also, zabazach. Also, like we said yesterday, bein ba'onis, bein brotzen, bein shogeg, bein b'mezid, bein v'gilgul zed, bein v'gilgul acher. Also, bein loy, bein lachedim, at shemtina b'matzah Shabbos, b'chdesh yas, have to wait matzah Shabbos, how long it would have taken to cook this thing. As I said yesterday, this is them as the way the.
I remember from the Gemara, it's better to put something not cooked at all,
right?
Than machal ben dosai.
Yes.
And here it says
no, but here is.
No, you have to wait now the whole time it's to cook.
Yeah, because it was if it would have been davachai, taka wouldn't have been a problem. If it would have been davachai taka, you're right, it wouldn't have been a problem.
So much of Shabbos he could eat it.
Yeah, no, but not right away. So you don't gain anything. If it would have taken an hour, you have to wait an hour, 2 hours, you have to wait 2 hours, 3 hours, you have to wait 3 hours. There's no gain here.
What is B'chdesh Yasu? Yasu what?
Yasu, how long it would have taken to cook this thing?
Oh.
So now it's fully cooked because he left it on the fire. But say if you would have to start cooking it from scratch right now.
Say it was 6 hours cooking. You have to wait 6 hours afterwards.
Yes. So this way, we got him good.
Oh, it's like a knas.
Yes, a knas.
You don't make a mistake of shachach.
Yeah. It's a knas.
Okay.
So this is really, these 3 lines is a redux from everything we learned in the Gemara last night. The thing is that, like we learned yesterday, that if you learn the Rambam Dafke and the Rif who hold that Allah is like Rabbanon, this Punkt Dishtikal Gemara goes much better according to them. And the Alter Rebbe doesn't bring the whole complication from the Rambam. Why? Because anyway, the Alter Rebbe said the minig is lahokol kechananya. So what's what I have to waste your time now with 3 pages in the Shittas Rambam? When anyway, we make it like Chananya. We hold that once it was cooked in Ma'achim ben Dresoi, you don't need a blech b'chlal, you don't need Grufa Ktuma. So I have to tell you that Rambam holds that that you always need a blech. Even if it's mitztamik v'yofaloi, you also need a blech. And if you left it, so then depends if it wasn't fully cooked, if it wasn't. It goes very well in the Gemara, but it's not to the Alter Rebbe to bring all the protei dinim, because anyway, we pass in the kula like Chananya. So it's not again, that's what the Alter Rebbe
doesn't pass the power.
No, Paskins like Rashi and Toisus. Allah is like Hananya. Like the Alter Rebbe said at the end of Siftes, Kvar Nespashat Amin Alahok Tzvor Rishona. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Shiur K'Michael Ben Dersoi. What's the shiur of how much is Michael Ben Dersoi? Yeshayim Shukma Shlish Bishul or Oil Chabad. That's a third of Bishul. Yeshayim Shukma Chatz Bishul. So Machlok is Rashi and Amba. Even though usually we say when it's at the Rabbanon we go with the Pulan. If you know you don't have one of the dark heta. So for example, if you put in a raw piece of meat, it's dark heta. Time-wise? Yeah, halfway, yeah. A little bit. difference.
15 minutes to half an hour.
Yeah. So I mean, it depends what it is. If it's a big fat roast, which takes 4 hours to cook, so
turkey.
right,
Turkey takes a few hours.
right. If it's a gesetzte turkey, which could take you 6 hours, so then
Because it's dry.
Huh?
No, because the meat is dry, so it takes longer.
I don't know why. It takes a very long time. Turkey nimmt a moeilijke lange Zeit.
So let's say it takes 6 hours, so it's the difference between 2 hours to 3 hours.
Yeah. Meat cooks quicker than turkey. Turkey, I know, Zeh Poshet. There's a rule of thumb: for every pound is a half hour. So if a turkey, you got to put in the turkey hours before. So if a turkey,
That's because we cook it whole.
right?
If we cut it into pieces, it takes.
Yeah, cut into pieces different.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Fish is the fastest.
Fish cooks the fastest. Yeah, fish cooks the fastest. Fish is like eggs and fish cook very
Salmon, a
fast.
half hour
Right,
to harvest them.
right. Salmon cooks
By me,
the whole salmon you can cook
in the restaurant, we have that 800 degree oven. He puts the salmon in for 3 minutes.
It's done.
Done. A little bit longer, it's burnt. No, because the heat is
The
strong.
heat is very strong. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back into the halacha. Because of the chomer of Shabbos, we're machmir to say that it has to be 50% cooked, unless there's one of the dark heta. If it's a dark heta, means it's already there's a blech, and it's a kida, or it's a kedera chayitza, raw meat, whatever it is. Aval, but when there's no blech and it's not raw meat, and Mizman said we don't rely on the raw meat anyway. So when there's no blech, has to be cooked to at least 50%. Unless it's Tano Shalonu, with the Tano Shalonu we make it, we say it's like a kira, and you don't need a blech. Aval diova dieshlahat irat in this bashal shlish bishulam b'yoyim. But diova, if you already left it, as long as it was cooked a third, we're not going to give him the knas. We're not going to give him the knas. Let's
not what shlish is the minimum of the minimum.
Yeah. As long as it's cooked the shlish, we're not going to give him the knas. But l'chatchila, we should say you should try to cook it
50%.
50%.
That's k'machal v'nisa.
Kanoi. Machal and Nasai, it could be shlish, could be ham. He says could be, or some people say this, some people say this.
It's not so negev if you hold that the tanurim shalonu is akida, and you don't hold of the chumra of the Rebbe Kiva Eger, that under kamaychel ben the soy it's not going to help guruf ktuma. So the only difference is that you need to have guruf ktuma. It's not so hard to have guruf ktuma.
What's
guruf ktuma? You put a blech. The only thing is if you believe that an oven, that the Shabbos mode is not a blech, and the silver foil is not a blech, and it's not shaykh to put a blech unless like chaznishas you have to put a blech. Just it's impossible.
A box in a box.
A box and a box, yeah, like the Pesach boxes, yeah.
And then it doesn't cook.
Then it doesn't cook. So then, if you hold that you need to have a box, the only thing you can do in the oven. So then you want to make sure that it's already cooked to Maichel Ben Derusoi. Then it's relevant to know what's considered Maichel Ben Derusoi. But if you hold that a blech is a blech, and that an oven as a Shabbos mode is also considered a blech, if you want to put a silver foil, matoivim anoim, and the hot plate is already a blech, and the Shabbos mode on the hot water machine is already a blech, and v'chulu v'chulu. So then you don't have a problem. But if you believe these things are not called akida, it's really called like a tan or Shabbos manashas, or you believe that the Shabbos mode and the silver foil won't help, so then tak has to be cooked ma'acham under the soy. It has to be cooked ma'acham under the soy. Now it's irrelevant to know what's ma'acham under the soy. If it's a shlish or a chatzi. I mean, the Mishnah Berurah says that to be machmer only in commercial ovens, not in home ovens. Um, the commercial ovens get 800 degrees, 1,000 degrees, but the home ovens, the maximum they go is 550, and the average person puts the oven on for 350. So
The only time HaRav put it at 500 to make a sourdough, you put the pot inside, empty. When it's hot, then you put the dough inside.
yeah, das
It's
Kunst.
Kunst.
Then you
For a
put
certain time.
and then you put the dough in the hot
pot, and then you put the pot back inside the oven for
a few minutes, and then you put a 350.
Something.
Yeah. Okay.
Then it come out crispy. And he made a very good sourdough.
Yeah, his sourdough is a
It's challah. It look like a whole.
But they don't make it in your store, the challah,
No,
the
in the
sourdough.
bakery.
They make it in Williamsburg.
No.
Where?
On top of Landau's, we have a bakery.
Where? Lando's where?
On 18th Avenue.
On upstairs from Lando's?
Yeah, second floor. He rented half of the second floor.
Who owns it? Goldberg's owns it?
Landau's.
Oh, Landau's. No, Landau's, not Goldberg's. Landau's.
He has a second floor. Half of it is ours. The other half is a cookie bakery called Batka or something. And they make cookies over there.
So that's where they bake their sourdoughs.
And it has to do a lot with the weather sometimes. The weather is too cold, it could affect the whole situation.
Too hot, not a problem, I'm sure.
Huh?
Too hot is never a problem.
No, never a problem. Summer is no problem. Summer they come out beautiful.
Yeah.
The winter could be a little tricky.
Right.
And everything work with time, precise.
Right.
Like a matzah,
Sourdoughs.
But it tastes it's better digestion for the stomach. And
If
also,
you're not eating, you don't have yeast in the situation.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay. Silicon the Shulchan Aruch. Okay. It's a machloik is malachim and the soy. It's chatzuri. Okay, let's do quickly the konta zachan. Is that possible? Very much because Abacha b'gam Avram lahokol the evet b'tan and machus b'chorik and that's from siatev the rabbi polygalek mashkos Hashem. That the evet will make to say b'gam lahuska daitem klal b'shulchan Aruch. Olshkin och Shulchan Aruch atzmai. Yeridei is some kufyut Gimmel kots of the shlish bishul. So Psastin and Shulchan Aruch. In Yeridei, he said, "Legabe bishul akum." He writes, "Michael ben the so it's shlish." Lekan, he writes, "It's chetzi bishul." What's going on? It's chastira.
Right.
They have to say, "Ein elam shum chumra Shabbos, chumra be'alma, shum chumra de Shabbos." Much chasam magen Avram. That the Shulchan Aruch, the Beis Yosef. What do you mean? Why is it that over here he said chatzi and over there he said shlish? I guess Alter Rebbe doesn't want to say that the Chazaboy, they change his mind. So he says, no, because here it's the Chumra de Shabbos. So it's Chetzi. Pshita Yeshlokal B'Yevet, Kerab, Machelkim, Ala Rambam, but the Ovad, we're going to be making. Because the Rabbim of the Rishonim are really Cholok in the Rambam, and they say, Shlish Bishul, that's what Ben Dersoy is. Danu Rashi, Veran, Berashba, Vatur, Maram, Bagos Mordche, Vishor Poiski. Okay. Halach Yudale. Yeah.
Machal ben Nesoy only comes up on Hilchas Shabbos. Is there any other halachas that
Machal ben Nesoy, a lot of things.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. B'Shalakim, Gabi Shabbos.
Oh.
There can be a lot of things. Okay. Kira Shishakul B'Kasher Gvava. Kira.
Oh, this we learned in the Gemara.
Oh, yeah. Fil B'Gefes Veit, Elish Grufik Tuma. So either it's kasher gvava or gefes veitzim, but it's grufik tuma. Either way, not like the if he took off the kedera, and wants to throw it back. If the pat is still in his hand, it's still in his hand. Still the pat is still in the hand. Although and he didn't put the tafshel on second kedera, Mutala lachzir b'Shabbos sees a lot of returnity, but chiluk shenot
Wow.
l'akidei malakida b'dayt shachzir.
It's a very important note. You have to have a das.
Number one is to be in his hand. Number two is to be with das. Number three is to
Wait
be
a
in the
minute,
same pot.
he's hanging out for an hour with the kira with the pot in his
Exactly.
hand.
Shenimtza shaloi botla adayin shiur yishen sheisha oitzav sham malakida mibajem kim shubishash zeluk makida and dayt loikrim and lagamra lachzir lachika. Avlim betchiluk shenot lo dayt lachzir lo. If he took it, stop. He wasn't thinking.
That's it. I take it off the chunk.
Kein to see the other pamach, so he took his hand off the pot. Mushipina tav shalak deir acher, so he took the tav shel for another kdeir. What lo shir shayna? Shir shayna is bottle. Shabetz lachzir it is kemoish b'Shabbos betchila.
Cooking b'Shabbos.
It's like it's like putting it in Shabbos. It's like from
Alright.
loitira el chazoro. Ava loy lohishiv kdeir betchila b'Shabbos salakira. They didn't say you. They didn't let you. You should put the even though we're not talking about Isur Bishul over here. Why? Kigon. Shuma v'sheles kvar, called sorke, shem bishul achabish. It's fully cooked. And the golden rule is ein bishul achabishul. So it's not an issue of cooking b'Shabbos. And therefore, mutal asem chetz la madura b'makom shayad seladisha. If there was a madura fireplace in the house, and even though your hand would burn if you put it there, it's very hot. You could put the food there because it's not bishul.
Now there would be a schnitzel that it was on the blech. You took it off, and tomorrow you say, "Oh, I want a warm blech."
Yeah,
I want to put it next to the.
Yeah, but we're going to learn in Shiur test the Alter Rebbe's shittus on that. About bishul achabishul, Alter Rebbe's pretty much.
No, you don't have nothing. The schnitzel is already done.
Right.
Everything done. You just make it warm.
Yeah.
You make it warm. Now
So
you
he's
eat
saying
it's delicious.
that even though it's something which there's no ein bishul achabishul, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's a bishul b'Shabbos. If you're putting it on the kida, it is a nida. People
don't know that the stuff inside is already fully cooked. People doesn't know that.
Right. The looks
different.
It looks
you put
like
it next to the fire is different than you put it on the fire.
Because you put it on the fire.
People don't know.
That's the derech habishul. That's why it's a double portion in the Mishnah. We see that Chazara is more chumradik than Shehiyah. Why is Chazara more chumradik than Shehiyah? Because it's on Shabbos. Therefore, there were more machmir. And that's why the Gemara we're going to learn next week, Tuesday night, is the sugya from that we're going to learn next week till the next Mishnah is all about Chazara, that it's more chumradik. Why? Because it's needed k'mamash l'chatchila b'Shabbos. Kol makom. Shoya daita lachzir aved biyodoi. If he had in mind to return the pot, and the pot is in his hand, he's even allowed to take it from one kira to another kira. If it was in atmon, it was in towels. Also, again, that's considered Moshe Betchila. Looks like you cook on Shabbos. Or he wants to do the opposite. Instead of from atmana to kira, he wants to put it from kira to atmana. Just in blankets which hold the hevel. Also, that's called atmana. He was still now in a kira. It doesn't matter. You're doing a new thing. So you can't take it from kira to atmana or atmana to kira. You're not going to put it all around. From all four sides, only a little. It is a muta she'ein zatmana. Anyway, that's not called atmana. Which anyway, the laws of atmana we're going to do in Mitzvah Shem when we get there. Bottom line.
Like today,
Big shaila. If a crock pot, it's considered atmana. Do you say that the fact that a little bit on the top it's sticking out is called megula l'mayla?
Right.
Therefore, it's not atmana. It's not going to be matman b'davar amos of hevel b'Shabbos.
That's why people put silver on the bottom to believe that you have a blech.
Yeah. But we'll get to the crack part. We'll get to Atmana when we get there. Bottom line, that in order to return something onto the fire
On
on Shabbos,
First of all, you have to have your mind,
has to be. He didn't put it al gabi karka.
and
It has to be in the same pot.
Same part, and he's still holding it.
Still holding it 3 to 9. Otherwise, it looks like
And we're talking about a fully cooked item.
cooked.
Yeah.
Because if it was not fully cooked,
Then
then
cooking
putting it back is called mavashal b'Shabbos.
It's a new thing.
It's a malacha.
Right, the malacha.
It's the same meat, the same everything. But if it was in the fire, you didn't cook it. It's continuing cooking. Once you took it off, it's a new status of starting cooking.
How is this for today's days? Like, I don't know. I have a blech at home. I have a pot of soup. Yeah, but why would I take it off? Can I take the soup out while the thing is on the blech?
No, because we'll learn about it.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay.
And that's a different issue. It's very, very important to learn Shiur. That's right after we learn this. So you really have to take it off the fire. The truth is like this. It's not so relevant, Chazorah. Most people are not putting back chicken soup or stuff.
But children, maybe they want to leave it for like sugars or something. I don't know.
See people, I don't know, most people.
No, he wants to eat it Friday night. He eats a little bit Friday night, and then after the meal.
Just move it a little bit from the fire, take.
Right.
Put it back.
Right.
Nothing up.
Or you can do that.
Yes.
You don't take it off from the fire.
Especially
it's holding it in his hand.
Right. Right.
I don't know. I cannot eat something on. I can't sleep after.
It's a special thing.
I can't sleep after.
Yeah, it's had a special stomach.
Tanu, she's feel but if it's a tanu, even kasha gvava, feel go to v'kotim sheisha alav al pi echem adarka heta shenis bar l'mayla. Even if it's go to v'kotim, and say it was a kedera kayaisa, also lachzer like kedera b'Shabbos. Kid a tanu, you're not allowed to do a chazorah. Say it was a gedera chayaisa, or say it was already k'mach with the soy, which according to Chanan, it's not a problem. Doesn't matter. A tanur is also to chazorah. Afa pishoy to be yoda yivayodaita lach zida filu mat stomach veraloy. Doesn't matter. Chazal very machmer legabi tanur that the zero chazorah to a tanur who adin lekupach.
What do we say? Kupach is the long one.
Yeah, the box. This is the kita. The kupach is the triangle. Oh. The square box. I'm sorry, not right. Square box.
Not the one.
Yeah, that has that's a tanu. The cone is the tanu. The worst. Kupach is the tanu is this the worst.
The worst.
This is the kupach.
Yeah,
middle.
This is the lowest.
And this is the lowest. Okay, kita. Wood in the kupach just could be that the kupach or gefes eitzim is the same thing as a tana. She didn't kikirish is a ko be gefes eitzim. When it could have to much as lazlo b'shavs on cholonia. Now let me magze. Zayde shem yechatay kacholom. This is a different thing, a different reason. By tanu, it's like zayde shem yechatay kacholom. Of shalosh shoyis merev Shabbos loy chashoshu lechitul misamik veraloi. Even though, if you want to leave it to Erev Shabbos, it's mitzamik, but Allah didn't care. And even if it's mitzamik, v'yofaloi, according to Chananya, as long as it's cooked machim with the soy, we don't care. The kolma kolinya chazar b'Shabbos atzma yachmiru yoyse. There were more machmir. Now that he's already busy returning it on Shabbos, we're scared. Yeah. This is all. If he's putting it on top of the key to Milamayla, Shadofna, if they're built in Sastal Mila Madofne Akida. Give me this plus the cup. Say this is the Kita. And this is the Kedera. So he puts it on top.
Right.
So that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Oh. If there's a door and you put it into like we have an oven, a stove top and an oven. הוא הדין לתויכת נורים שלנו, אוסר בכל עניין, אף על פי שהוסר בכפר וגבוה ונגרף ובנקטמו, ואויסה כדי רועד ביודה ובדאית להחזירה, nothing. You're not allowed to put it into the oven. You're not allowed to put it into the oven. The Alter doesn't say a reason for it. It just says also. Now, Pashtus, Alter doesn't have to say because it's nearly Kamabash like a Tchila Shabbos, probably. Mitzvah will be another shiur about this. Go. The Ritz is really totally the Machlokes of Rashi and Tosfos when we learn the Gemara. The Gemara says, "Amar B'Chelba Marachama Amarav." Bamed Varam Amur Malgabe. Ahu Toisa Asur. There's really a Machlokes Rashi and Tosfos. What's the definition Toichem Vagaba? But here we're passing like Tosfos that Toichem means in the oven. So really, bottom line, this is Bemis, unfortunately, the people that this went over their head, even in our shul, Rachmana litzlan.
What, with our cholent time?
No, cholent is not a problem. It's on a stove top.
No, somebody take out the kugel by mistake, and it was a lokshen kugel, not potato kugel.
And put it back.
Put it there. Took it and put it back in the oven. Like
It doesn't matter, even if you're holding it in your hand.
that betochatan, no, we said that.
Betochatan, you
Doesn't
never,
matter,
no
fully
way,
cooked.
no harm, no fully cooked. It's piping hot and it's
don't put it back.
and it's boiling. You're not allowed to put it back. That's what Reb Chelba said. Omer Reb Chelba, Amerav. Lo yishona el al gaba. Aval betoicha asur. No way, no how. That's it. Chazal said, into the door. If the town has a door, and that's what people go over their head. They don't get it. In the tanur, you're not allowed to. So people always have that notion, oh, it's as long as it's still in my hand. Yeah, that's al gaba. That's not toicha. Toicha, not allowed to. And they see all the time, there's people over here, they take out the kugel and they put it back. But I was still holding it. It doesn't help that you held it.
But what happens if they take it out and
Once
they put it on the blech?
When they go in blech, they could do it. That they could do. You take it
Like
from,
right here, like
you could put it from kira to kira. We said it before. Yeah.
take it out. Oh, this is not the one that I
You
want.
Put it on the blech.
Put on the blech.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Husband.
That's the top line. I feel like kira acheres is muter. Even if the second one has a bigger hevel, it doesn't matter. When it's hot, there's no bishul, it's all cooking and whatever, it's all good. Not a problem. But to put it in the oven,
Absolutely not.
absolutely, yeah. That's the din of Reb Chelba Omarav. Lo yishonu ela al gaba aval toicha also. You don't need a lot of lomdas. The lomdas is only the difference of Rashi and Tosfos. But what's the reason? That's what the Gemara says. Amar Reb Chelba Omarav. Lo yishonu ela al gaba toicha also. So there's never such a thing as putting something back into the oven. No way, no how. You're not allowed to.
Maybe the people who put it inside the oven over here thinking this oven is not like the older oven that you might.
It makes no difference. Any oven. I feel a tanurim shalom. The Alter Rebbe says.
There's no raise the heat, less the heat.
No, it doesn't matter. The Alter Rebbe says, "V'adin l'tech tanurim shalom." V'adin l'tech tanurim shalom. Why? Because the Alter Rebbe wants to make it clear. I mean, maybe they could be makel in a certain case. Sometimes the caterers, they come if they make a big fancy kiddush, they come with a big box.
A box that keeps it, but it's not an oven.
And so some of them, not all of them, some of them, the heat is so low that it's not even yatzelatzboy inside. If you put in raw food, never get cooked. Even if you put in a cooked kugel, but it's cold,
It won't work.
It's 150 all the time. So if you took a kugel and put it inside, it's
never gonna warm up. It's
It's
not
not gonna be
yatzela.
cold, but it's not gonna be warm.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah,
But if you take a hot potato kugel and
Put it in?
inside, it will
It
keep
keeps
it
it
warm.
warm.
Yeah.
So there you could be done. I think over there you could say it's not called a tanu. It's not called a kida. It's not called
So
a.
you can
It's not
take it
called
in and
nothing.
out.
It's a warmer.
It's a warmer.
Warmer.
Not like your
Regular
Shabbos plate where you plug it in.
Right.
You,
It's
you don't
very
put
hot.
you don't put
No,
your finger on
you
it.
have to let it. You can't.
Let me let this
It's very, very boring.
Yeah,
Yeah, it won't.
it's very
You
hot.
cannot cook, but it's very, very
It's
hot.
very, very hot. And
You cannot cook.
no, you cannot cook, but
It's hot.
The heat is,
but
Yeah,
if I
so
put, let's say I put a chont on it,
yeah, it's hot.
by the end, 6, 7 hours later, it dried it up.
Yeah, it's really, really hot.
But these things, they have a sensor and they don't let it go. They mamish 120 degrees, 130 degrees.
Yeah, there's
It's
a red
gone.
light that goes on and off over Shabbos.
Oy bazoi. There may be to be done if it could be made and say that that's not called chazor el toich because this doesn't have a din to begin with of a tanur of a kedayim of it's a different maybe a different get.
The electric blech.
No, I'm talking about those things.
A
Warmer.
is not.
The
I have
warmer.
on my house a warmer. When we bought an oven, they had a promotion in Drimmer, and it was for free. Not for free, it's for free. For free.
Say
No, it was if you bought a double oven and the fridge, you get an item up to $1,300 for free. So I asked him, "What's the item that's $1,300?" He said, "It's a warmer." I said, "Okay, fine. I want to know."
And he never used it.
I use it
No.
every Shabbos.
You use it for
Every
Shabbos.
Shabbos because I put the kids like to have sometimes hot kugel for Shabbos day. But instead of having a cholent, a hot kugel.
Ah.
And instead of leaving the oven on for so many hours,
The whole Shabbos.
and also it gets hot in the house, and it's a warmer. It's a warmer. It's a garden. You just have to make sure put in the kugel when it's hot. So put in the kugel when it's hot, and then it keeps
Also,
it
it's not
warm.
much warmer, like you said. If you put it cold, it's not
What
gonna.
I demonstrated, I told the kids to be machmir. So I told the kids that they should open the drawer on Friday night, cut the kugel, and put it out on a plate, and leave the pan in the warmer, and then cover the kugel and close the shelf. This way, there's no shaylev, there's chazor el toich. But the emphasis theoretically, if they accidentally took the kugel out and they want to put it back, you'd say this is not called a tanu. Why is this a tanu?
You cannot cook.
You can't cook in it. You can't even
It's
fry an
just a
egg in
pan
it.
inside, and it doesn't.
Huh?
Where you keep it?
Under the oven. You come to my house, you see Shabbos, I'll show you.
You made special underneath the oven.
It was a space that was nothing. It was a space that was there. You have like this big, they sell you.
Hole, right?
And there was in the bottom, there was a hole, so you haven't gone to the So when I got this for free,
Like a toaster. You put it
I
inside.
put it inside. It's a shelf.
Uh-huh.
It's a hot shelf.
It's a shelf. Machaya.
You take one tray of
Kugel right before Shabbos.
No, so you fit one tray of kugel?
Yeah, or 2 trays.
Two
It has
trays.
2 trays. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
And so over there, maybe it could be makel, but oven. There's no way you could ever return anything to an oven. And people don't get it. Oh, isn't Kiddush Shem Lam
Put a
Teich?
sign on this.
Yeah.
Do not return kugel on Shabbos.
It's another thing. Could have Boys and Kiddush Shem Lam Teich v'cholol alem pshutas. A kiddush that doesn't have an inside. For Teich and v'gaben echer like a stovetop. What the lachs of them? That's not a problem because there's no Teich. Fil al gabi kiddush ein heter like kvarn is bashal mach called sorke. If you want to put it on the kiddush, it has to be this bashal called sorke. Favel pishu hu mitzamet v'yofaloi. You're allowed to return it. If the food is not fully cooked, also lachzir b'Shabbos minat Torah mipnei shehu mevashel mamash. It's a machlokes Rishonim. Spoke about it a little bit last night in the Gemara. Most Rishonim, however, are machmir. They hold the whole idea of machmir on the soy is only a inyan derabbanan. But lepoil, if it's not 100% cooked, and a person cooks a b'Shabbos, he was over Isa de'eraisa. It was over an Isa de'eraisa. So when do we say keduch chazorah? If it's 100% cooked, but if it's not 100% cooked, not allowed to do chazorah. So, for example, a person Friday night he has a cholent. It's not a usual case; it's not going to happen. But say in the case, chalashing to have a little bit of cholent Friday night.
Right.
Me and Shmulik don't have this type.
Okay.
someone's chalishing to have
Yeah.
on Friday night.
It's in what? And what is it?
And say it's in a pot or in a crock pot.
What?
Lamazon. You're not really supposed to, while it's on the fire, to
Mess
take down
around.
the Vegas. So he takes it off the fire.
Yeah,
Takes it
you
off.
can take it out.
Take it. Now, what happens? Could be that the meat, he put meat there. Yeah? John, there's meat. The fire is very, very low. So the barley and the beans are already cooked. But the meat is 50% cooked.
And when
Yeah,
you
I
mix
don't know.
it,
So they
when you mix it, what happens?
for Shabbos it's only.
No. Huh?
Okay, yeah,
That's
theoretical.
what I'm saying. That's what I said. It's not usual.
Friday night.
No, because
most people, it's already.
people already, it's cooked already.
Yeah,
before
it's
Shabbos.
mostly cooked.
100%.
It's not a problem. Okay, I'm saying.
They start already in the morning.
Yeah, most people. But
Day
if
of Shabbos, somebody forgot to put meat, and it went ahead and put the meat.
so, then if it's not fully cooked, putting it back is a different problem. The problem is it's mavashal mamish b'Shabbos.
Yeah.
Because you take the meat that's not washed and you put it down.
Yeah, even though it was already cooked 50% kamach and soy, but who cares? Lagabi bishul, as long as it's not 100% cooked, that's called mavashal b'Shabbos. Vilum nishpashal kol turka and it's not lagabi asalach zire, even if it was fully cooked.
And
If
he
it
took
became
out.
cooked, cold 100%,
Yeah.
בכל עניין, אפילו בעניין שאין באיסור בישל, שותף של יובש, שאין במורא כלל, שום מבוש של כל צורך, אין בשום איסור בישל, דברי הקרלף שנצטנה לגמרי, מכל מקום. אגב, הקיר אז להחזיר את הכיוון שנצטנה לגמרי, בטל לא שיהיה ראשונה, והרי זה כמו שבשבס לכתחילה. There's another problem, another.
Very serious.
Anytime that it's, even though there's no bishel bishel, it's like you said, maybe schnitzel or challah, but because it went off the fire and now it's Nitzan al Gamri, putting back is considered Moshe B'Shabbos like Tchilah. But then it's also the Ramona. But if it's not fully cooked, it's Issa de Raisa. Avol, Imucham K'tzaz, Af B'Shein Yetzel this boy. But if he took it off the fire and it's still a little warm, even if it's not Yetzel this boy, what lachzire, Imu Bin Yeshem by Yisr Bishul, going to Yov Shem by Morak, Shul David Akalim by Bishul Afutzen al Gamri. If it's something which has zero mored, so then there's no aim b'bishlach bishla. אפילו יש בו מורד, כשיש בו משום בשלים נצטנם, מקומות שלא נצטנם לגמרי. נויגם להוקל, say that it's not considered בשלח ובשל, לעניין לסוים כנגד המבטורה, כמו שיסבור שם עצמי שניות חס. ואם כן, הוא הדין, ששלעת לפי זה להחזיר על גבי הקיר הגרוף והכתומה, או שהוא עושה בקש הגבוה.
What's the difference if it has liquid or no liquid?
Because anything that has liquid and gets cold, we do say there's bishlach bishla.
But rice, let's say rice is dry.
Something that's dry, so we say once it's cooked, there's aim bishlach and as long as it's a little warm.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you don't have a problem of isur bishul, so then you're allowed to return it as long as it's still in your hand. So basically, there's another few things where you have to make sure when you, besides the fact that he didn't put al gabe karka and daita lachzirin. No, the has to be that it didn't get cold, because if it came cold lagamri, you're not allowed to turn it back. And then there's a separate issue that even if it's piping hot, but if you took it off and it wasn't 100% cooked, you're putting it back. It's also deiraisa, because then it's mavashal mamish. In the other cases, you're not allowed to return it because it would be issa derabona. But if it's not fully cooked, then returning it would be an issa deiraisa. Avol a minig lo hakaloid is a minig to be very makel. There is a minig that people do put it back in the tanner. The Alter Rebbe says that the oilum is no soimach to be noigen, but better not to be do it that way. Avol a minig lo hakal oid a fil az ter tanurim shalon shdem ketechikira. ומחזירים גם לאחר שהסקתי מיודה, וניחל גם הקרקע, ושעוץ שם הרבה. וגם לא ידעת בתחילו להחזיר, ואפילו פינותיו של הגדר אחרת, ואין להם חז ביודה.
Wow.
כן מבורך.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, why? לפי שיש אומרים, לפי שיש אומרים, שלא צריך לכם שידעת להחזיר ביודה ביודה, אלא בשנות למנקים ובוידיון. When they say it has to be b'oida b'yoda, if you took it off the kira before the sun set, and now the sun set and you want to return it. It is a kemashiv b'shabbat l'chatchila. B'tchilas Knesset Shabbos lo klal al akida. Avak shenot la makida mishachashecha. If he took it off the kida once it's dark, Kimish b'tchilas Knesset Shabbos v'tafshel zel akida. Because when Shabbos came in, it was on the kida. Ain't need a commission for Shabbos tzila. Avim lo yodai to lachzir v'gam kvari siri yod pit no lektei acheres v'lachem muta lachzir. Musik b'kashik vova shigrufa ktuma. V'tafshel nishbashel kol tzorke v'lan etztan al agambri. They say the whole thing, all the chumras of Chazorah was only this the Shit Saran. The Shit Saran is of Morid Ketbula. That when the Chazal said all the sugi that we're learning about the problems of Chazorah, that it has to be Daitelach Zide, V'yodeh V'yodoi, and all these stories, is we took off the pot before the sunset, and now he wants to put back the pot after the sunset. That's what they say. It looks like in Vashim Shabbos, and in order it shouldn't look like Vashim Shabbos. V'yodeh V'yodeh V'daitelach Zide. V'lo Pino Lamechem Acheres, V'chulu V'chulu. But Shabbos itself, no problem.
It's very cool.
Very cool. Valzes Soimchim Ha'olam, local Yois. Lo Mesh Av Mashar Soimchim Ha'achzel L'toicha. Lo Yoserek Shenat L'menem V'yom, V'yod Alach Shekashecha. Even though the Ran never spoke about the din of Reb Chelboi, the Ran only spoke about the general din of Chazor. But they drew a line. Just like the Ran says that the whole idea of Chazor is only if he took it off the pot off the fire before sunset, and now he wants to return after. And otherwise, it's free for all. There's no special Chumrah Chazorah. Also, this that Reb Chelboi said of HaRav, that Lo Shona Lo Gaba V'Letoicha, also the same thing. It means they took the pot off before Shabbos. He wants to put it on Shabbos, but on Shabbos Gufim and Bayah, you could put it on top of the stove or in the oven, no problem. The Alter says it's not a good enough. Why? Because Reb Chelboi, the Ran never said it's cool in the dinner of Reb Chelboi. He never said it. You're saying Pilpulim here. The Lepoil, you could say that when the Gemara says it has to be Oide B'Yodoi V'Daitelach Ziroi, that Gemara was talking about. So anyway, we'll learn it next week. It's a complicated Gemara. Like, how do you learn what's the pshat? So the answer is, I know the pshat. He took the pot off the fire before the sunset, and he wants to return after sunset. But this din for a Chelboi Amarav, it's a plain din. Lo Shonu. Hello, and then I never spoke about it to say that this is talking in a case where he took the pot off. Pashtus when you learn the Gemara, Amarav, Lo Shonu, Al Gabel Techosser means always. You're not allowed to put it back in an oven on Shabbos. So therefore, even though the minhag is to be makel based in the Ran, it shouldn't be makel. That's toiv lahach. It's toiv lahach. That's only toiv lahach. The first one, that kula, the Alter Rebbe says, kol adam yesh lo lahach mer la'atzmei. To say, to put it in the oven, kol adam. And it doesn't matter. If you're a ben adam, you should be machmir la'atzmei. But here, it lebimazal gabikire when I was loydayat shusina, toiv lahachme. It's toiv. It's a bit of toiv. It's toiv lahachme. If it's Rabba, I'm shaflin you say chiluk bein atlam bein yamal not chashachashach. It's toiv lahach.
Not that it's involved in Shabbos or something.
Right. It's toiv. It's only toiv lahach.
Because it look like.
V'yesh noigim lahakal oid lahachzer lamachel techatan shafam v'yom. Sh'afal b'yish lo gerfu im loichim moed taner acharfiyah lahat moecham shal sud shachis. It's a very funny hechetimtz. It's not so I gave it to me and you again. Yish noigim lahakal oid lahachzer lamachel techatan shafam v'yom. There was a Tana where they cooked it. Afa b'shaloi gorfu im loy chemoed the Tana racharafia. Hatten v'echam shel suda shachris. Elo itminu b'Tana rachar. L'fisha kol shenishru menachim shenachim v'lotzera afia. Kvar kol v'amu v'rem kegrufas. Komo kemi mayatzulas shem also commissions bar lamayla. It's not a, we don't have this.
Right.
He cooked it in a pot, in an oven, and then right before Shabbos he put it on a blech. Now that oven kept on cooking and giving nice heat to the house, but eventually the coals over there died down. A tiny little bit of heat, so we consider that ashes is considered a blech. And after he finishes eating the cholent, he puts it there. I don't know why he wants to put it dafkin there. Me and you don't have
to keep it warm.
To keep
keep
it
it a
warm.
little warm. You don't understand. They're those people talking
The
about people.
older oven that you
Yeah.
used to have, it's not like us.
ויש מכיר למועד אפילו את מינו בחמם, כל מקום אחר זה שחרס, ועד העמר, כל גחולוב, מותר להחזיר לתרחה. That any oven, or after you finish a chol Shabbos morning, any oven is considered already a kilo grufak tuma. You may need to that any oven by now is already, it's a kalach, and every oven already by now is. These two noig and lahakol is not negay to me and you, but till that the other ones is very negay. And the Rebbe says that the Ran has a moed to kikula. He says all the chumras is only when you took the pot off before sunset, and they want to return after sunset. Otherwise, embaya. So the bottom line is the Alter Rebbe holds that if you want to put it back on the stovetop, so it's toiv lahachnas. You shouldn't, you should have it in your hand. Should be tied to lachzida, but if you could be makel, it could be makel. But look, have you putting your mamish back in the oven? The Alter Rebbe says, "Kol odom yachmir la'atzmo," not to be makel like that. So no way, no how to put it back in the oven. But on top of the stove, person took off the cholta, took off the soup, or took off the kugel, and he wants to put it back on the hot plate, the back of the stovetop. And he made a mistake, and he forgot, and it was he took his hand off it. He was loyal to Lazida. My brother told me it was years ago. It was a shliach in yeshiva in Brinois. Middle of the night, Ochim wake him up. What happened? They raided the kitchen in the middle of the night, and they took the chalt off the fire.
Friday night.
Yeah. And in Gansen, and they ate chalt, and they had a good time. Now, when they finished eating the chalt, they was thinking, "Oh, wait a minute, we forgot. We didn't hold on to the pot. We let go." They put the pot on the counter, big pot. They all had all the troublemakers. They had chalt, and now are we allowed to
The
put?
Holy Shiva not going to have John.
Yeah. So my brother said, I'm sorry, I'm sleeping now. Did I think up? So the fourth given ehrliche bochum, and they didn't put the pot back because they didn't know if you're allowed to put it back. And obviously they were caught next day because no one had the hot jolt next day. They had cold jolt. So they got a knas. But the emes is that the din is taka that he could be makel. He can rely on the ran. You can rely on the ran.
You mean if you would say, okay, put it back?
Yeah. Because it's fully cooked. It's fully cooked. And we can rely on the ran to say that the whole bayav chazora is only when he took the pot off before sunset. But now, in bayav, you can return it. So the Alter Rebbe says toiv lach. But legabe a kugel or something that you want to put back in the oven, right? Even though there are people that are noigim lahakol, Alter Rebbe says, "Kol adam yesh lahach milatim shaloi lahachzir the terchekire v'atanish." So that is an absolute. So, like I said, why? Because it's poshut. Because this kula, the Ran never said legabe putting it back in the oven. This kula. So therefore, the Alter Rebbe says he should take mimachim. Lagabe, putting a cholent or a soup or a kugel back on the hot plate or back on the blech. Okay, so there, taka, it hold the Shem, hold them down, and it's but they don't have tomorrow. Next week when we learn the sugi in the Gemara, you'll see that has
And the warmer according to everybody allowed to.
the warmer that has a drawer. Yeah. I would say there's a time to be makel.
What's the temperature of
only if the warmer is the temperature that it can never cook anything on it. So I would say that so big, but not all the warmers are that way because we had a few times here warmers from caterers on some chastoida. And this guns haze. I'm talking about the warmer that I have in my house, which it's boy a klal. So it could be there's a mokum to be makel, but otherwise any atano that has a door or has a shelf that the Alter Rebbe holds that we can't rely on any kula and you're not allowed to return it. Okay.
The warming temperature for something helping at 150
No.
Sometimes
because by the end of what's the difference that now it's 150, but it has a din of a tanner. I'm talking about something which is doesn't matter. You can stay enough in cup, and it's not gonna.
Sometimes I come in the morning and I see somebody has not opened the oven and took some piece of kugel. What happened? He took it out, or he just took a piece of kugel?
Stami just took a piece of kugel. And maybe it was before Shabbos.
Yeah, people take out the king.
Yeah, maybe they didn't. Yeah, maybe there was inside and he took it out.
Left it all the time.
No, because it's cool. It's not. There's no megas. I don't see a problem with that.
And then Rav said about the bishul of the meat. When you pick up Trump Friday night and the meat's not fully cooked, what grade?
What would be fully cooked?
There's fully cooked.
Fully cooked, I would say that the meat is not red anymore. So most people, I'll tell you what the difference. There's a big difference. If it's on a fire, usually by the time people taking it out Friday night, it's all cooked. The crock pot is what it is. Right. That's why I said it. A crock pot, the problem is that the temperature is very low and slow. So for Shabbos lunch, it's a great challenge. Friday night, there could be a hechetimtza that the barley and the beans and the potatoes are delicious.
When you go like this,
but it could be that there's still pieces of meat that are red inside.
You mix
that's the big problem because then it's, besides the mixing, the fact that you put it back is the mavashal b'Shabbos. Because most of the Rishonim hold Alter Rebbe paskins the lagabe bishul b'Shabbos as long as it's not 100% cooked. It's called Mavashal b'Shabbos, and Meichel the soy is only Lagabe the Gzeir of Grufa K'tum, Lagabe Shiur v'Chazor. Okay, so we're holding Sif Chof. Okay, so we're moving good. Okay, Sif Chof, and next week we're going to learn Tuesday night. Or Wednesday night there's a chasana next week. So we'll try to learn next week.
Before the chasana you could learn.
Yeah, why not? So next week we'll try to do Tuesday night the Gemara and the Shulchan Aruch.
Rabbi, if the child is on the blech on the fire,
yeah,
but the blech only has one fire and has three others. Are you allowed to move the child on a side that's not